Guys, welcome back to the channel. It has been a long time since I actually dropped one of these videos. First and foremost, forgive me for not actually dropping a video in quite a while. I believe it's been over a month since I actually dropped my last YouTube video actually on the channel. So in today's video, I want to break down though, guys, how I've been able to basically create and make, if you will, 37k worth of value in 1 month. It's kind of a good title on how I actually, you can already see the title, how I actually made $37,233 in a single month working from home, from this computer, this very computer that you're actually looking at, from this very room, if you will, at the age of 26 years old. I have now just turned 26, by the way. And I'll quickly throw a screenshot up on the screen. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to do something better than scrolling a screenshot on the screen. I'm actually going to log into my actual bank account live. I have never, ever seen a guru actually pull out their mobile phone, go to their actual online bank, log in, and actually show you the behind the scenes of the actual bank account. Now, I probably shouldn't do this, but, because obviously of security reasons, obviously it's my private actual, physical bank. I'm pretty sure there's some stuff that you're supposed to keep, secret on the actual internet. But for me, it's not really about the money anymore, guys. It's more about building a legacy, building my name, because I know if I build my name, build my legacy, build trust with you guys, and just be super authentic with every single one of you out there, I know that that's only going to build goodwill. And by the law of reciprocity, you guys are going to want to work with me, or at least get some sort of help from me, because you can see that I'm actually just a real dude that's actually really just come up from the actual streets, by the way, where people are like, quite literally, I had a friend murdered just not even 2 days ago that I actually grew up with in school, which is, RIP to him. Absolutely terrible. It was actually a shooting over here in Sheffield. So as you can see, I really came up from the streets. I probably shouldn't even be talking about this on YouTube, but honestly, guys, I've been able to separate myself from all of that life, and as you can see, I'm doing quite well for myself. Not to be like, oh, I've just been able to separate myself and be all, high horse about it. But honestly, guys, I could have easily have gone down that route, to be honest with you guys. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that kind of like, hopefully I've thrown it on the screen already, where I've actually logged into my actual physical Starling bank account, like my actual business bank account, showing you the actual behind the scenes on the revenue received. And as you can see, it says £28,377. Yeah, I've actually got it pulled up on the screen here, which if you do the maths on that is $37,233. Now, real quick, I just want to apologize obviously for not dropping an actual YouTube video in a while. We've actually had over 3 deaths this particular month that I actually know of. Number 1 was my uncle on my actual birthday. He actually passed away. It was absolutely terrible, very saddening, very unlucky, obviously, because like March itself is a very touchy month for me, first and foremost, because it's my birthday on the 11th of March. That was the only real day I had to enjoy in March, because March is a very touchy month for me. Not to get all emotional on you guys, all the way back 13 years ago, my mum actually passed away when I was 13 years old, which means today is my first day of living longer without a mum than what I did with a mum, and I'm only 26 years old. It's kind of saddening when you actually think about that. The second thing in March that I don't really like is obviously it's Mother's Day over in the UK, and obviously my mum passed away, so I don't really have, except for my stepmother and stuff like that, it's still a very touchy day. Then there's also my mother's birthday on the 13th of March, so it's just like, my birthday was the only high. 2 days later, it's my mum's birthday on the 13th. So 11th of March, my birthday. 13th of March is my actual, mother's birthday. So obviously that's very touchy. Then there's Mother's Day. Then the actual day that she passed away at. Not only that, we've also had 3 deaths. So there's a friend of mine that actually grew up. I'm not going to mention any names. So obviously very sensitive right now. He actually was shot and murdered over in the UK, in Sheffield. Absolutely terrible. Younger than me as well. We actually went to school with each. He actually went to my school and stuff like that. Absolutely terrible. Literally just speaking to him the other day on my actual birthdays, wish me happy birthday and stuff like that. Literally just speaking to him, so it's absolutely terrible. Condolences go out to the family and stuff like that. It's absolutely terrible. The second death was obviously my uncle on my actual birthday, which is obviously extremely sad. That's my dad's brother. He actually passed away from a stroke. Then there was actually an old coach of mine called Betty. So shout out to anybody who watching this who knows who Betty is from Sheffield Hatters, and she was actually one of my favorite coaches of all time. I probably have taken a lot of discipline from her, and actually subconsciously I'm using it right now. So she's kind of living through me, if you will, through this whole business stuff, discipline, waking up, all that sort of stuff, because that was, that's what coaches are for. They discipline you, if you will. And that was a basketball coach, by the way. So let me break down these numbers real quick for you guys. Sorry for getting a little bit emotional there, guys. It's a little bit of a crazy month for me, to be fair. 3 deaths, and then obviously the mother thing, kind of crazy, but it's crazy as well, because like it's just been a weird roller coaster. Like that, this month is the most like I've ever made it ever. Like, so that's like obviously a high, but then there's also been 3 deaths, the whole mother thing, and realizing that this is the time that I'm going to be spending. It's the point at which I've had more time on earth without a mother than I have on earth with a mother, which is actually, you know, my actual biological mom, which is obviously saddening. But then again, it's like I've made a lot of money as well. So that's, I guess it's very up and down is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, guys, here's how I made 37. And by the way, I've got some notes on here so I don't mess up the numbers or anything like that. So here's how I made around 28. It's actually, you know, £28,377 in a single month, which is $37,233. So around 16,000, and by the way, these are rounded up numbers. So $16,720 came from 17 clients from my social media marketing agency. There's e-com clients, there's social media management clients. Then there's also $20,513 that actually came from consulting. Now, right now, my business is very, very messy. And here's what I mean by that. Right now, we have 4 offers, right? 3 of them are done for you, kind of like services. So that's running e-commerce ads for e-com brands only. Then there's social media management that I do on Upwork. Although I haven't used Upwork in a long time to get social media management clients, I don't really need to use it at this particular point. Whenever I want to grow the agency, that I can do that. But I'm trying to focus more on helping people build their own service-based business, such as an agency, such as a consulting business. And the reason, I'll get to the reason for that in a second. That's the third kind of like done for you service. And then the last thing I have is agency transmutation, which is a do-it-yourself kind of like online consulting service where I help you build your own agency. And agency transmutation is like an online program basically that you can actually take, and I can help people at scale. That's all I want to do with this channel. That's all I want to do in my life, just help people make money online. And I'll throw some of the absolutely ridiculous results we've been generating just 1 month. I'm just gonna throw like a continuous video somewhere, hopefully on this side or maybe this side, of just loads of results back to back that we've got from just March alone. So it's not like I'm selling any crap or anything like that. This is stuff that's actually genuinely working, helping people quit their jobs. I've had students start the actual program and within 10 minutes actually land their first meeting, which is absolutely insane. That's the only, I've never heard of a program where you can start a program, actually do outreach, like actually physically start doing outreach, and within 10 minutes of starting, actually have a meeting lined up and actually booked in on your calendar. So absolutely crazy. I'll throw the screenshots up. I've had people quit their jobs this particular month, just from this month, by the way. I have over 150, 160 or something like that student results or consulting results or client results, whatever you want to call them. And then there's also been people that have like closed 2 clients in 1 day, 2 clients on 1 call. It's crazy. I'll just throw all the screenshots up and whatnot. So real quick, I actually mentioned the actual service-based business. So as you can see now, I'm physically starting to make more from consulting than the actual agency itself. I think I actually started making a little bit more. I think it was like last month it started slowly taking over. And the reason for that is because if you think about it, consulting is something that everybody needs. Not only that, but if you actually think about the business models, a done-for-you service, there is no way you can scale a done-for-you service as much as you can a do-it-yourself service. So if you don't understand this, then you're probably, business is not for you, is what I'm trying to say. That, no offense, you don't understand the economies of time, if you will. Let me give you an example. If you're running a done-for-you service, whether you're a consultant, whether you're a coach, whether you're an agency owner, right? And you work with clients and you actually do the work for them, which is completely fine, which is something that obviously a lot of people want. And I actually recommend you actually start a service-based business, a done-for-you service-based business, which should be your first business, which is like my agency, if you will. It's my like cash flow business, if you will. I do recommend you start one of those service-based businesses. And the reason for that is because people want it. It's very, I won't say it's easy to sell, but it has low overheads and it's quite easy to get into because all you need is knowledge or some sort of skill, and you can actually sell that skill, if you will. So I do recommend service-based businesses. Now, if you think about it though, a done-for-you service is something that you physically have to do or you have a team doing. That basically means if you take on like 20 clients in 1 day, which obviously would be insane for your finances, it would be insane for your finances, but your actual time, location freedom, your stress levels will actually go, your stress levels will go up, your time will go down, your freedom will go down, and you've got to do all this work, if you will. This is the thing that a lot of people kind of forget. When you actually are closing loads of clients for your agency, your work rate actually goes up, if you will. Even your media buys, for example, will start kind of like reaching maximum capacity. Then you have to find another media buyer and put them in, or another social media manager and put them in your business to actually facilitate all this extra work, is what I'm trying to say. Whereas if you move from done for you to done with you or do it yourself, you can pretty much sell a whole bunch of those without having to do any additional work. So I used to just sit there and believe and think like, why is it all these gurus are making more from their courses than the actual agencies? Isn't that unethical? And the actual thing is, and I read this from a Dan Henry book, really cool online marketer. Really love Dan Henry. He's really helped me out and whatnot in terms of like his books, his YouTube videos, that sort of stuff. And in his book, he literally says that you will always make more money teaching the thing than you possibly can do from doing the actual thing itself. And the reason for that is because, and I used to, by the way, this was a very immature thought of mine, but I used to literally think that like, oh, this was a scam. Like, how can you make more money from teaching the thing than actually doing the thing? And the thing is, it's not a scam. It's just literally the way the business models are set up. You can't close 1,000 clients in a single day and expect things not to break. Whereas you can sell an online program, for example, information 1,000 times per day, every single day, and not much things will actually change. Now, obviously there will be a little bit more, there'll obviously be constraints on that, but nowhere near as bad or as messy as if you was doing a done for you service. So right now we have 4 offers, kind of messy. I need to really strip some stuff back. I'm actually trying out and testing some other stuff, but long story short, what I've done is I've come out with a new offer, if you will. And instead of me just being like, oh yeah, I'm making more money from consulting than my actual agency, what I've decided to do is just think, why don't I just teach people what I'm doing? Why don't I just, instead of me just being like, oh yeah, my agency is at this point and my consulting business is a little bit more, why don't I just help you guys do both of what I'm doing? As in, like, if you want to start an agency, why don't I just help you start an agency? Or why don't I just, instead of, and then making money from teaching you guys how to start an agency, and you guys being like, oh, you're making more money from teaching the actual agency stuff than the actual agency. Well, in that case then, why don't I just teach you how to create a business that also teaches other people to create a business, and now you can't complain about any side? Why don't I just do that? So that's the kind of like offer I've come up with, which basically is helping other people leverage a personal brand, like my YouTube channel, your social media. Why don't I just help you guys do exactly what I'm doing, and you could just replicate what I'm doing in terms of, why don't I just help you guys create your own personal brand, create your own consulting business, coaching business, whatever you want to call it, your done for you service, your done with you service, or your done do it yourself service. And why not just help you with that, instead of you guys being like, oh my God, it's unethical. Why are you making more money from your coaching business or consulting business from your actual agency? Well, why don't I just help you guys start your own consulting business and do exactly what I'm doing? Why don't I just show you and teach you how to create YouTube videos, how to build a personal brand, how to then go on and sell, consulting, coaching, a program. I just thought, that's the new offer I'm basically helping people with. Not only that, but this is my legacy, if you will. Like, let me break this down. Agency stuff, right? The way how I see my agency. By the way, I see both of these businesses as the same thing. Consulting is the broad term. Social media marketing, social media management, or SMMA in general, is a subcategory of consulting. Consulting is just helping somebody go from point A to point B. That quite literally is all consulting. And if you think about a social media marketing agency, for example, if you're running ads for an e-com brand, all you're doing is helping the e-com brand go from point A to point B. So for example, they might be making 20K right now per month with their e-com brand, and that's how much they're generating in net profits in sales. And then what you do is you help them get to 100K net profit in sales. And the vehicle you do that through might be email marketing or Facebook ads or Google ads or SEO or conversion rate optimization. You see, all you're doing realistically is consulting. That's quite literally all it is, because what you're doing is just helping them go from point A to point B. It's nothing different. So the point I'm trying to make here is, guys, is that why don't I just help you guys create your own consulting businesses? And as I was saying, my agency stuff is kind of like, even though I see this as the same business, my agency stuff is like my cash flow business. That was kind of like my start, if you will, getting start to actually make some money, actually start paying my bills. Got that to a very, very successful level, multiple 6 figures right now. And then there's also the consulting side, in terms of, I don't really see them separate, but then there's also the consulting side. Now I see the consulting side, guys, as a way to leave an actual legacy after I am dead and gone. Because think about it, my agency clients probably will just go and find another agency to go and help them. Whereas like my consultant clients will always remember the teachings I've given them and their business. If, for example, let me break this down so clearly that it cannot physically not make sense, if you will. Imagine I help you, right, whoever's watching this, start your own consulting business. You then go on to help 5 people start an agency. Not only have you helped those 5 people start an agency, but you've then helped every single one of those clients as well. For example, let's say your name is John. I've helped a kid called John, a dude called John, should I say, start an agency. That agency then goes on to pull in 10K per month from 10 different clients. So I've now helped John, and I've also helped all his other clients indirectly. Because I've shown John how to successfully build an agency, successfully get clients, and successfully get those clients results. So not only have I helped John, I've helped him himself, his clients, and then all the people that have bought from his clients. So as you can see, it has an absolute positive knock-on effect. And the ultimate knock-on effect is if I can help you guys start your own consulting business. Let me give you an example. If I help, and this has happened previously before, I've helped people on both sides start an agency and scale it to 10K per month plus, and then start a personal brand and scale it to 10K per month plus. Now let's say I help you, for example, start a consulting business and you've got your own personal brand. and you're teaching other people to start some sort of online business, for example. So not only have I helped you start your online business, I've then helped you get students that have then started their online business. So it's almost like an endless top-down effect. Hopefully you can kind of see this. So imagine someone at the top called Mark. I've helped Mark start a online consulting business that helps other people start consulting businesses. So he's created, right? I've helped him create a consulting business that teaches people how to start an agency. He then starts coaching other students under him to start an agency, and these other students start helping other people start an agency as well. So as you can see, it's almost endless. It quite literally is endless. So I see that as a way to actually really forward mankind in terms of the educational system, getting information out there and helping people really make a difference in their life, in their finances, and actually step up and do what they're passionate about. So not only have I helped this person, I've helped the person below him and the people below them and the people below them. And it just kind of like multiplies over. And then that, if you will, is a way of almost building a legacy. And I told you guys at the start of this video, for me at this point, it's literally not about the money. I've literally got so much money on me right now that I literally physically don't even, I keep mentioning this, I physically don't even need to work for like decades. I'm not even joking, quite literally. I actually did the maths the other day because I was actually looking at, purchasing a new car and whatnot. I'll talk about that in another video. But I actually did the maths, and it was like, in the last year alone, I've made like 22 years worth of just rent alone, like quite literally. And that's just in cash, if you will. Not even talking about like investments and crypto and portfolios and all that crazy stuff and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's literally in cash, if you will. Absolutely insane. So that's basically how I've done it, guys. All I've really done basically is built a successful agency. This is the point, by the way. This is a good point. Actually build a successful agency and then go on to help other people build their own agencies. And then what happened was I just realized I have a consulting business helping people build their own agencies. So now I'm like, why don't I just teach other people to build a consulting business and do what I'm doing? So now I'm covering all fronts. I'm helping you start an agency, but then because I'm making money helping people start, their own agencies, people are gonna be like, oh, aren't you making more money from coaching than the actual agency? Well, if that's the case, then why don't I just help you create a business that also coaches? So now I'm actually covering all fronts instead. So now you can't physically complain from me because I'm actually showing you everything. There is nothing hidden, because I don't like those gurus that are going off like they're making all this money from the agencies and when realistically it's just the coaching. If that was the case, I'd tell you guys. But in fact, I actually am telling you guys. What am I talking about? I'm actually showing you that I'm making more money from consulting. But not only that, I'll actually show you guys how to do that as well. Like quite literally. So there's no stone unturned or whatever the saying is. But anyway, guys, it's absolutely been a crazy month. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for all you guys for supporting me. Thank you all for you guys that have followed me on my journey. Honestly, guys, and if you actually do need help with anything, starting a personal brand, just making money online or building a service-based business, I'm the dude to come to. Super transparent, super authentic. I'll just show you everything behind the scenes, to be honest with you. I quite literally have just logged into my entire bank and just showed you everything behind the scenes. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can go take something from this video. Even though it's more like high level stuff, I just want you guys to start thinking that there's more to life than just running an agency. You can actually help people lose weight. You can help people with like porn addiction. I've seen people make millions online consulting people with porn addiction. So yeah, there's all sorts of like niches and industries you can get into. It's not all just about running Facebook ads for a brand or a business. That's just one. I keep saying this in my videos. That's just one-dimensional thinking. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you do want any help from me, just book a call below. It's called Alchemic Agency. You cannot physically miss it. Just book a call in below, and if you've got some sort of service-based business that you actually want to start or some sort of ideas, I'll help you build it from complete scratch, help you come up with the niche, the offer, how to actually generate leads, how to actually build a personal brand around it so people come to you. I'll just show you everything I'm doing behind the scenes, basically, is what I'll do, and obviously put that into your business and you can actually make some money online, if you will, if that's what you want to do. But long story short, guys, hope you're doing well again, and don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.